A couple of weeks ago, I alluded to the fact that generally speaking, we don't listen to what other people are saying. We don't hear what they're saying. We hear what we think they are saying, filtered through our impression of them, which is filtered through our impression of us, and filtered through the mood we're in, and filtered through what we think they want out of the conversation we're having. We're always many steps removed, when we're using our minds normally, many steps removed from the reality of the moment. But even that, what I've just said, which is utter madness in its own right, assumes that you were actually listening in the first place. I had a conversation with two people a few weeks ago, and they were getting into a little bit of an argument, and one of them said to the other, "I know what you're thinking." She wasn't listening to him at all. She was assuming he was going to say something. In the event, it isn't what he was going to say at all. But even at that, that's an assumption that the people were actually proactively involved in the conversation. Mostly we're not. If we're involved in a conversation with somebody else, what do we actually spend our time doing? Thinking about what we'll say next. We never listen. So, this week's little video is about paying attention to what you are hearing. It's amazing. I've heard this comment half a dozen times over the last month or so now. The birds are singing more loudly in the morning than they ever sang before. No, they're not. The individuals with whom I'm speaking are actually fine-tuning their ability to hear what is going on. So today, after this, if you, I was going to say get the chance, but if you have the wit to give yourself the chance, spend 10 minutes just listening. Just listening to whatever you hear. And it's a second exercise that goes with this. The next time you are in a conversation with somebody else, or in particular the next time you find yourself potentially in a confrontation with somebody else, listen to what they're actually saying. Start listening. For starters, you will be more present for the other person who is involved in the conversation or the potential conflict too, and that will change the dynamic. It particularly changes the dynamic in our personal relationships.